Welcome to The Howl. I'm Carly Staffa. In this episode, I sat down with girls varsity tennis players Sam Fetzer, Alyssa Mammen, and Coach Murphy to discuss. In this episode, we talked about Sam Fetzer's first serve struggles and Alyssa Mammen's goals for conference. We also found out Coach Murphy's bagel order, so stay tuned to find out for yourself. Thanks for joining, and we hope you enjoy. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Howl. My name is Carly Staffa, and our producer today is Ryan Antonucci. We are very excited to have Sam Fetzer, Alyssa Mammen, and Coach Murphy here at the Dispatch Podcast Studio, powered by Jet's Pizza. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so I just want to go around and have everyone say what grade they're in, or coach, and how long we've been with the Hersey tennis program.
So I'm Sam. I started playing tennis for Hersey freshman year, and currently I'm a sophomore.
I'm Alyssa. I'm a junior. I've been playing tennis for Hersey since I was a freshman.
And Coach Murphy, this is my second year as the varsity coach.
Nice. Okay, so how has our season been so far? Like, what teams have we played, past results? And how has any key losses like seniors or new additions affected our team this season?
I think we're doing pretty good. I think we definitely need to work on some things, especially for me. Like, I need to work on my serves, which is kind of maybe a reason why I might be losing more. But I feel like we're definitely winning the matches we need to. And I personally did not know the seniors last year, but I know some of them were good. I think Audrey was one of them. Mm-hmm. So I think losing the seniors might have been tough, but we're handling it pretty well.
I think for us, I think we're doing really good, a really good job as a team right now. I think our practices have been really good, and I think from being on JV last year and going up to varsity, it's obviously a whole different thing. And I actually really like the seriousness of practices, and that really helps us win more matches. And regarding the seniors and stuff, I know there were a lot of good seniors last year, and I know they were a really important part of our team, but I know we're handling a lot right now, and I think we're actually stepping up, and we're doing pretty well as a team right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would agree. Last year we graduated our one singles player, which was Audrey, our two doubles team, Isha and Georgia, and then the other one in the starting lineup was Zoe at three singles, and Sammy's filled in nice at three singles, replacing Zoe. Zoe was a staple, and she always, competed in every match. And then Isabella has stepped in and filled in at one singles pretty well. And then our two doubles, Tegan and Charlotte, have stepped into that position. So, yeah, I think we're doing good. It's nice to hear Alyssa say the seriousness of the practice. That's always what's most important to me. I don't concern myself too much with the outcome of the matches. Yes, that's a sign of how we're doing relative to other teams. But, what's controllable for us is, how seriously we take our practices. And I think this year we've taken it a little bit seriously than last year. And I hope each year that continues to grow, and if that continues to grow, the results will follow.
Yeah, I've also noticed that too, coming from JV to varsity. Okay, so we're pretty far into our season right now. I think we're about halfway or a little further than halfway.
Yeah, a little further, yeah.
Okay. And so what teams have we played that we enjoyed playing, we didn't love playing, and which ones are we looking forward to playing? Anyone?
You guys kick it off.
Okay.
So one team that I did not like playing was probably Downers Grove. It's probably the hardest because I had to fill in for singles one. It was a quad, so it wasn't our actual lineup, but it was pretty hard, and I ended up getting double bageled. Probably my favorite so far has been Jacobs because I played singles two, and I'd say that was a pretty good match, and I ended up winning, but it was it wasn't easy, but it also wasn't it was really hard. It was just a nice match.
Mm-hmm. Sam's had some long matches lately.
3 hours long.
Yes.
And that was a hot day, that Jacobs Day.
Oh my God, it was awful.
It was in the 90s. It's crazy.
For me, I think it was Same Fighter was probably my favorite match, and I played with Nicole for doubles, and it was really funny because it's it was so easy, I think it was just really fun, like being out there. I think it was like one of our first matches, so it was obviously like a lot of like pressure and stuff, but I think it was really fun. I think one of our hardest matches, I think it was one of the quads, and I played second doubles with Tegan, and I think we were both like we started off like really bad, and like every ball that we hit like went into the net. Like normally like Tegan's a really good volleyer, and that like it was like really bad, and then we came back in the second set and we ended up winning. It was really fun, but like it was a little stressful in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those Saturday invites, we play a competitive Saturday lineup, I mean, I look on Twitter and I see some of the schools that we compete against, they got medals and they're, first, second place at their Saturday invites. And while that would be nice, their competition isn't as tough as the competition we have. I mean, we play the Naperville schools, we play a lot of schools from the North Shore on our Saturday tournaments, we play a lot of local schools. But I think that's good. I think that's important to use those Saturday tournaments to play against good competition. As far as favorite teams to play against, I don't know how you determine favorite, There's certainly coaches I have a better rapport with that I enjoy spending time with. I mean, I always like playing Prospect, I mean, to me, the season comes down to we have a lot of matches where it's lopsided in our favor, and then there's a couple matches where it's lopsided in another team's favor. And then there's the matches that are the teams that are right with us, and that's Prospect. And then Barrington, we lost 4-3 this year. Fremd, we lost 3-2. We get another shot at them this afternoon. To me, those are like the most memorable matches, and if I could create a schedule from scratch, I would just play those teams over and over again, because those matches, like the 3-hour match that Sammy's talking about, those are the matches where you grow the most because, like, you can remember so many points. You're like, oh, yeah, that's right. I was down 30-40, and I double faulted that serve, and you bring that to the next practice. Whereas if you're just blowing a team out or you're, on the other end of it, you're not growing as much. So yeah, I would say Prospects for us, like when I looked across, all matches, it was all the matches were super competitive. Every point, people were kind of hanging on every point. They were emotionally invested in every point. And to me, that's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so does anyone have any goals for this season or anything you've already achieved maybe? Because mine was making varsity this year as a senior, and I did that, and I'm very proud of myself for that. So, Sam?
Yeah, that was the same for me too. I'm definitely very proud because my goal was to make varsity, and that did happen. Another goal I'd probably have is making my serves in or getting my first serve better, because sometimes I will double fault and it's really bad. Like in the worst points, like if it's add out, I'll double fault and it's really bad. So I definitely need to work on my serves. Yeah, and probably just winning more.
Okay.
I think, one of my goals was being on varsity this year because, like, during the off season, I, like, practiced so much. Like, I took private lessons, and I think that's, like, really important because I remember end of my freshman year, I didn't really, like, do that many private lessons or take lessons. So I didn't really, like, grow as much, but this year I think it was really good for me to take private lessons. I think that made me a lot better. And I think a goal for myself for the season and, like, next coming season is probably, like, getting a more powerful serve, and then, like, probably, like, working on my volleys at the net, especially for doubles.
Yeah, and, for me, it's, like I mentioned earlier, just, like, our approach to practice. Our approach to warm-ups, our approach to everything. To me, that's the culture of the team and the seriousness level to which we take our preparation. And I think we're getting there. I mean, it takes some time. I think our practices are better this year than they were last year. I think our practices last year, I feel like the response from the kids last year was that they were better than the year before. But, I mean, for me, my backhand is so bad, like it's just like so bad. And my backhand volleys have gotten better. My forehand volleys have certainly gotten better. My serve is stagnant. My ground strokes are the same as they were. I gotta get better. I gotta get my backhand down. So that's probably my goal from here to the rest of the season.
Okay. So how are we preparing for conference this year? It's coming up soon, a couple of weeks. And what goals we have for conference, and how do you feel about conference as a coach?
Yeah, so I think it's going to be really interesting because last year we finished fourth. It was Barrington 1, Frem 2, Prospect 3. We were fourth. I think Conant got fifth. Conant is kind of the wild card this year. They have a very, very strong freshman class. They have 5 starting freshmen, and 4 of those 5 starting freshmen are in their top 6. And so your top 6 is your 1 and 2 spots. So they are the team to beat this year, without a doubt. They beat Barrington 7-0 the other day. They've beat Prospect. They've beat Fremd. They are absolutely the team to beat. And so for us, where we kind of fall in there is we're like literally an inch behind Barrington and an inch behind Prospect. You know, I think we're better than Fremd. We're going to find out in about 4 hours if I'm correct about that. You know, so for me, this year, you know, Conant's going to be tough to catch. We certainly could. But Barrington and Prospect are so within reach of us this year in a way that they haven't been in previous years. And so trying to crack that top 3 in some way, I think, would be a very reasonable and great goal for the next 2 weeks, you know. And the nice thing about the end of our season is, well, now that we had cancellation this year, but we only have 3 matches the rest of the season, and so that gives us a lot of time to practice, which will be nice down the stretch to kind of tune things up, work on Sammy serve, work on Alyssa's backhand. I don't know what specifically, but yeah, so it'll give us some time to tune some things up.
Yeah, I liked how when we played Barrington and Prospect, I didn't see anyone giving up
Right.
the whole time.
No, it was
So,
really close.
yeah, it is close, and I think we can do that this year.
And the other nice thing, is our underlevels are winning, you know, as a program, we're more competitive, you know, both our JV and our Frost South team, I mean, I'd be surprised if they don't finish in the top 3, you know. And so as a program, I think we are more competitive, you know, and it's just that varsity crack in the top 3.
Yep. Okay. So Alyssa and Sam, do we have any goals for conference this year?
Win.
Okay.
Yeah, getting at
That's a
least
big goal.
top 3.
Mm-hmm.
I want a nice
Okay.
little ribbon.
Yes. We all want a ribbon.
Yeah. I say, yeah. Same as what Alyssa and Murphy were saying. Definitely crack the top 3. Because last year at Frosh, I placed 2nd against Barrington. So now I want to get first.
Mhm.
Or anywhere in the top 3.
Good
Absolutely.
goal.
Absolutely. You're right there. I mean, you almost beat Prospect, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how close was that match? That was crazy. That was such a good match.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't remember how you did against Barrington. That you won?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, Carly won. I was playing singles too.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I-
Tried
I-
your best.
Yeah, I think it was 6-2, 6-0
That's right.
or something.
That's
But
right.
she wasn't that great. I just wasn't playing to my full potential.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Barrington, I feel like before, they were, really good. We for sure. Because I remember I was playing doubles with, I think, Nicole when we were playing Barrington. They're not so special. There's nothing really special about them. We could totally beat them. I think it's just, it was,
Sure.
our first, it was the beginning of the season. Everyone was all nervous. And since we always are, we've always, I feel lost to Barrington, pretty badly. I think we got that thing stuck in our head.
Right.
Mhm.
So I think we totally can get them.
Yeah, I remember Coach Norris talking about that. Changed my whole mindset. I was like, oh, I can actually beat them.
And you
So-
beat both Barrington and Prospect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so you're
That's crazy.
you're gonna. You're sitting, and you'll play from 4 doubles today, so you'll.
Mhm.
You're gonna be. mean, you're going to be seeded 2 or 3, you know, in the tournament. So look out for 4 dubs in the conference. Seriously, I mean, you guys are going to be tough to beat in the tournament, you know.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I want to end with a fun question. So what has been our favorite part inside of playing or outside of playing? Because personally, I love getting bagels on the bus. And I kind of want to know your guys' bagel orders. So mine is an everything bagel with cream cheese.
I just have a plain cinnamon crunch bagel. So good.
Okay. And you have any favorite parts in playing outside of playing?
Oh, yes. I enjoy the Jimmy John's. And I also like Fun Fridays. Like the one practice we had last week was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I always get a blueberry bagel or my cinnamon crunch bagel with a lot of cream cheese. My favorite part of practice is when we play matches, and I'm always playing against Murphy, and I always take the dub.
0-3 against Mammen right
Too
now.
good.
Dude, it's like, and it was fun. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago, man? I was feeling good. I'm like, we're up 2-0. Then all of a sudden, we dropped 3 straight. And then that was it. Time was up. We lost. Man, lost to her again. Yeah, Carly's the only one on the team that has good taste in bagels, which is
Correct.
the correct order
Yes.
is an everything bagel.
No one has that bagel in the morning.
I get my own bag. It's great.
Yeah, you get your own bag, exactly. It's got so
No.
much flavor, it needs to be separated from everything else. That's how good it is. That is my order as well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my favorite part, I don't know. It's a good group of kids, you know, and it's a great sport. So it's the best sport. There's no better sport out there. There's no better sport out there than tennis. You can play it. My parents just stopped playing tennis, and my dad is 89, and my mom is 84, and they just stopped playing 3 years ago. So they stopped playing when they were 86 and 81. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That'll
They
be
played their
us.
entire adult life. Yeah, they started when they were in their 20s. They played for 60 years. I know, it's crazy.
It's so crazy.
Wow.
It's the only sport you can really do that in, you know? I mean, I guess you could do golf, but
Golf is kind of boring.
It is.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
tennis is fun.
There's
Yeah.
no point.
and you're not getting a workout, you know. There's no aerobic activity. You're just getting out of the cart and getting back in, you know. So that's it. You know,
right.
tennis is gonna keep you guys young. You know, it's gonna keep you young for a long time.
Okay. We can do a little outro. Okay. Well, that's it for today's show. Thanks to Sam Fetzer, Alyssa Mammen, and Coach Murphy. And thanks to our viewers for tuning in. Also, another thanks to our sponsor, Jets Pizza, right over there on Rand Road. Raj is our guy over there, so thanks to him for continuing to take care of us. That will do it for this episode. I'm Carly Staffa, and on behalf of Ryan Antonucci, thanks again, and we will see you on the next episode.
Awesome.
Okay.
She's good.
Yay.